With this weapon build, I can deal over 20 QID DPS, and in this video, I am going to show you exactly how you can do the same. We are going to break down every single part of this meta build and give you a complete guide. The best weapon you can obtain at this moment is the Sacred Short Blade at GM rank. This is the foundation of the entire build. To get it, you have to farm the M+ rank Shield Kingdom dungeon. Now, anyone who has played this game knows that this dungeon is a very rare spawn. You could wait for hours just for it to show up, which is a huge waste of time. But there is a well-known trick to make your farming much faster. First, you have to get a lot of shield runes from any rank Shield Kingdom dungeon. These runes are a massive time saver. Next, you can use one of these runes on any M+ rank dungeon. This will replace all the enemies in that dungeon with Shield Kingdom enemies, including the boss. To make it even more efficient, you can also use an ultimate rank up rune on any M rank dungeon to make it M+. This entire strategy will drastically decrease your farm time from what could be days of waiting down to just a few sessions. So how many swords do you actually need for this final build? From an M+ rank dungeon, you can get an UN+ rank sword. To craft AGM rank sword, you need 27 UN+ swords. Since you need a total of 2 Sacred Short Blades for this build, you have to farm 50 for swords overall. I know that sounds like a lot, but believe me, this should not take a lot of time if you use the rune farming strategy correctly, and you will be able to craft your perfect GM rank swords. Next, let's talk about enchants and gemps, which are the main way to customize your weapons and get huge damage boosts. You should aim for a sharpness 12 enchant first. This is the most important one. It will give you the single biggest increase in damage, and it is a must-have for any weapon build. Once you have that, you can lock the sharpness enchant and roll for other powerful enchants, such as Vorpal Aspect 4, Burning Flame 3, or Vorpal 7. The more high-quality enchants you get, the more damage your weapon will deal, so keep rolling for those legendary stats. To enchant your weapon, you will need a lot of legendary dust. The easiest way to get legendary dust is by running high-rank dungeons. After farming for your GM swords, you will likely have enough dust, but if you still need more, simply run a few high-rank dungeons. Just a single run can give you over 1,000 dust. Now let's move on to gemps. This is a pretty new feature in Arise crossover, and it is a key part of this build. For your to GM Sacred Short Blades, you need to craft 2 Amethyst Ruby Gemps and 6 Greater Ruby Gemps. This is a lot of crafting, but it is one of the most important parts of this build. To craft an Amethyst Ruby, you need 1 Greater Amethyst, 1 Greater Ruby, 1 Pure Gem, and 50 Epic Cores. To craft a Greater Ruby or a Greater Amethyst, you need 1 Legendary Core, 30 Epic Cores, and 1 Pure Gem. So overall, you need 12 Pure Gems to 180 Epic Cores and 12 Legendary Cores. After you craft and equip these gems, you will get 75 Weapon Mastery on each weapon. This gives you 150 Weapon Mastery overall. Each Weapon Mastery skill point gives you an additional 5% weapon damage, which means you will get an additional 750% weapon damage just from your gems. This is what separates a good build from a great one. Now for what is probably the most important part of this build, the relics. These are the main source of damage in your build. The best relic for weapon damage is the Fang of Dominion, which you can get from the Jungle Raid. This relic will give you a plus 74 point to 5% to weapon damage. Next is the Dune Piercer, which can be obtained from the Infinite Desert on Wave 100. This is a tough one to get, but this relic gives you a plus 99% weapon damage bonus. The third relic you should get is the Demon Incense from Wave 50 of the new Infernal Castle. This relic will give you a massive plus 140 point to 5% weapon damage. The next relic is Seared Horn. You can obtain this relic from floor 125 in Infernal Castle, and it will give you an additional 156.75% weapon damage. Next is the Crimson Pack, which can also be obtained from Infernal Castle on floor 150. This relic will give you a plus 123.75% weapon damage. And the last relic you should get is the Colossal Fragment. This relic can be obtained from the Wall Dungeon and will give you a plus 123.75% weapon damage. Look, for anyone who's serious about AFK farming and wants it running around the clock, you really need to check out Ugphone. It's a cloud service that lets you farm 24/7 on absolutely any device you use. The macro setup is straightforward, and once it's going, you can just close the app and let UGphone handle the rest. It's a massive battery and data saver. Make sure to use the link I've got in the description. It'll get you some free gems when you sign up. For your title, you should choose the Hell Sovereign title, which can be obtained from floor 150 of the Infernal Castle. This title will give you an additional plus 125% weapon damage. The key here is to realize that all of these relics and your title work together to give you a massive damage boost. Also, you can get a passive 3% weapon damage from each island just by simply buying all the weapons available from that island shop. It is not a lot of damage on its own, but these buffs will stack from every island you complete. This will result in a huge overall weapon boost that is essential for this build. Make sure you go back to every single island you have visited and buy every weapon you can from the shops. Now let's talk about skill points and talents. For your skill points, you should put 425 skill points in Weapon Mastery, the same amount in Shadow Reach, and everything else you have left into Player Speed. Even though this is a weapon build, by putting skill points into Shadow Reach, you will also increase the range of your weapon attacks because of one of the talent in the talent tree. For your talents, you should choose all of the talents for the weapon tree, except for the talent on level 300. Here, you need to choose Relic Master. This is a crucial choice. You do not want to choose the weapon talent here because the buffs you get from the relics are much more powerful, and this talent will boost all of them, giving you a huge bonus. And finally, you have to get good buffs from the gacha. This is a crucial step to reach that 20 kid DPS peak. You should focus on getting buffs from the Shike, Hero Rank, Mage Town, and Shield Kingdom gachas. This is really important because the mythical and secret gachas can give you huge weapon damage buffs that will push your build to the next level. Think of the gacha buffs as the final piece of the puzzle that will take you to the top. So, there you have it, a complete breakdown of the current best weapon build in the game. When you combine the farming strategy for your TGM Sacred Short Blades with the right enchants, the proper gems, the perfect relics, a meta title, and the right gacha buffs, you can easily reach over 20 kid DPS. This build is not easy to get, but with this guide you now know exactly what you need to do. Alright, let's give a shout out to the 2 winners of the previous Game Pass giveaway. If you see your Roblox username on the screen, make sure you've accepted my friend request on Roblox so I can send you your prize. For everyone else who wants to enter the next giveaway, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, and most importantly, leave your exact Roblox username in the comments below so that I can send you your reward if you win. If you have any questions about this video, feel free to ask them in the comments. For exclusive content, giveaways, and to hang out with the community, check out my Discord and Roblox group. For a chance to join me in-game, you can also follow my Roblox profile. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more Arise crossover content.